Jan? Yes, got it now.
Yes, please.
Okay. Does anyone have anything they would like to start with today? Tom, any comments? Any comments about death and this moment? No one here, no one passing away in truth.
Nothing comes to mind. It's something I think about because we're always, death is always around us. It's not something really that unusual.
Well, especially at our age.
And it is, Beverly says, especially at our age.
And what about at a Jan's age?
I know. We're just kids, right, Jan?
Like I remember Jan's sister telling me how every one of her school friends had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So the older one is, the more common it is.
Actually, I think the idea of no self, no one, is really, really difficult for people, us who've been brought up in a so-called Christian upbringing, to let go of. It's really, really difficult. And we have a small group that meet pretty much every Monday afternoon, and we've been meeting off and on, but we sort of go around in circles, and then we come back to the moment. We try to bring them back to what's happening now. But even they all say that they appreciate what they're hearing, but this idea of no self is so difficult to comprehend, to sort of. So it's interesting.
And I think it's not just for those from a Christian background, even those from Buddhist countries or anywhere.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
Very difficult, so very subtle, no matter what the background.
That's true, but I think maybe with a Christian I don't know, but it is true. I think the idea of a no self is very, very difficult. Even if you can accept that things happen by conditions, so many conditions, it's a tough one for many, many people.
How about the idea of conditioned dhammas as being not self?
Mm. Yes.
Do they have the same difficulty?
That's difficult. Mm. Yes.
Right.
That's why I think one just has to start talking about one reality, like hearing now. Can anyone change the hearing, or can anyone determine what is heard now? Or can anyone stop the hearing from arising? Just little by little, can anyone stop being annoyed when they hear something unpleasant? Can anyone make kindness arise all the time? I think just talking about one different reality at a time, and people can appreciate that it can't be the way they want it, and it can't be controlled a little bit. Let's see if Ajahn would like to add anything to this topic, Ajahn.
And it's so very interesting to know that no matter what is now appearing, no understanding of the true nature of that at all, just passed on and on and on with ignorance from moment to moment, from birth and then death. See, even before this, there must be seeing right now, hearing, thinking, many events unexpectedly. It's the beginning of understanding the nature of Dhamma as anatta. See, it's there already, but not yet the understanding of the true nature of each of it when it's there. See, and there can be the way to understand it, being interested to know that it can be understood because it's there. That's why it's time to be reminded again and again. There is seeing when there will be the moment of realizing the nature of seeing, because it's so real. It's now. But before seeing, there's no seeing, no thought about it. And at the moment of seeing, nothing can appear, no thought about it. But learn to understand life. Just no one there at all. What is there is conditioned to arise each moment and gone. And that can be the beginning of learning to understand the true nature of life. No one there at all. So how can there be I and many people around and many things around if there's nothing appear at all? But what appears does not appear as it is at all. That's why learn to understand the truth, the ultimate truth of the nature of that which is there right now. Seeing is not that which is seen. No attending to the characteristic of seeing as it cannot be anyone or anything or self or atta at all. It's gone instantly. See, that's why learn to understand that it's not yet understanding life, which is there right now in a moment, and gone with ignorance, or gone with a little more understanding of the truth of it. So what is there now can be discussed to have a little more understanding. Life is so natural. All Dhamma are conditioned by many, many conditions and gone instantly. How come? Little by little, it's so true, it's so real that it can be realized, but with understanding only. Because now what appears seem to be someone and something and many things around instantly. How come? Ignorance. So right understanding is started at moment of have firm confidence of the truth. Life is life. Dhamma is Dhamma. What is real is real. And whatever is conditioned now appearing, gone instantly. And without such thought or idea or understanding, the samadhi, right understanding of the truth, it has to be by hearing again and again. It's not by someone putting something in your head or in your mind to understand it, but it has to be all dhammas. So what dhamma is there now? We talk about seeing and we talk about the seven jatasikas as number, but which one can be studied and begin to see that it's there every moment? And some moment it's different because there are other mental factors arising with it, not by will, but by accumulation, by pajya. Anantara pajya, samanantara pajya, pakatu panisaya. See, all of them condition a little more of letting go. They're very subtle clinging to that right now as something from moment to moment, on and on and on. So it's against the current of ignorance and attachment as before, but it has to be so natural. Otherwise, it's a trick of Lopa again. Try to do this or that. But right understanding is moment of hearing about it is enrooted a little more at moment of understanding, even right now. Because now we talk about see and not
Little more.
understanding it as it is without talking about it again and again by different manners, different aspects. How can right understanding develop to begin to attain to the characteristic of that which experiences the object right now or any time in life, not just this life? Long, long time ago, and this life is the proof, whether it's true or not, and then gone. But what has learned has been enrooted on and on and on, developed on and on, unknowingly, until it instantly being aware with right understanding of that which we have heard, what is seen, heard, and so on, whatever is there in life. And that is the patient part of me, not to hurry to be enlightened. It's impossible. Only not to forget now what is there, not anyone, little by little. So natural that it works its way in daily life, not as usual with ignorance and attachment and clinging to what was clung before each moment, little by little, so gradually, so naturally, and that is the only way we call the path leading to understanding the truth. If there's no understanding of the truth of what is there in a moment, how can the truth is realized? Impossible. And now it's the moment of development of understanding. So natural. That's why we talk about it again and again. At moment of seeing, there's light, like a flash, where the other doorways instantly followed. The Bhavanka, the other doorway, hearing now, thinking now, and so on. In darkness, is it true? Only right understanding which become more confident of the reality, just live in the world of darkness, of ignorance. Why? No understanding of that which is there, arising and falling away, the seeing, and that we should sin all gone. All gone. That's why we can talk about what Buddha said about what is there more and more by way of Dhatu, by way of Ayatana, by way of Paticca. It's the round of birth and death, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, from day to day. It's now beginning to be the next or the new one from yesterday. Experience. Yesterday experience all gone, never to return. But it conditioned the next moment right now. Unknowingly, it works its way, secretly, subtly. But understanding is there, a little more firmer and firmer and firmer, that life is so natural, nothing to be done. Why does one that is thinking about this or that without memory, without hearing, without liking or disliking? It cannot be that moment or this moment right now. So understand more of all dhammas are anatta. No matter what we're talking about, it's real, it's there, it's Dhamma, it's not permanent, it's anatta. Even right understanding is anatta, does not belong to anyone. It's there by conditions, all are dhammas. Is there tone? What is there seen? The moment to be reminded, only the color, red light, blue light, white light, dark light. So very innocent. And what follow is in darkness. If there's no understanding of the truth, how can there be moment of attending to what is there as it is? And understanding begins to develop more and more, on and on. Seeing is in darkness, but what is seen is light. So seeing cannot be in light, hearing cannot be in light. When it's there, what experiences the object cannot be seen, cannot be heard, cannot be touched. It's just a reality. It's so true because it's there. Learn to see. Why does one say no one? All dhammas cannot be taken for anything, or atta. So consider the truth. What is seen? How come to be a television or a doll or the curtain or the window? What is that? Ignorance of seeing and ignorance of that which is seen. Only one doorway. What about the other doorway? See, how come? Deep sleep, no dream, nothing appear. But as soon as waking up, I wake up. Even not in word at all right now. I see, I hear, not in word, but seeing is gone, hearing is gone. thing is there, only very short, very instant and gone, everything. But the nimitta, the sign of a reality is there, which can be known, can be studied, that the sign of one reality is not the sign of another reality, the sign of visible object. See, not just suspect. That's why live in the world of ignorance with attachment, aversion, on and on, thinking about the wealth, the fame, and the beauty, and whatever. Where are they? Where are they? See, so deeply, careful considering. Where are they? None at all gone. But the memory is strong memory that is still there. It conditioned moment of birth on and on to death, and then no one in this life, all gone. No Sujin, no Sarah, no Tom, no Beverly, all are Dhammas, unexpected Dhamma, until what is there appear as unexpectedly. Even right now, what we are talking about is the way it is. Unexpected sound is there, unexpected taste is there, or by condition. So we can talk about reality in many, many aspects to understand the so very subtle, this moment of each one. The subtlety of visible object which appears as something or someone or many things around. Close one's eyes, all gone. How come? No one there, only not the namas and the rupa. Conditioned to just rise and fall away instantly. So understanding now is enrooted, accumulated, and developing each moment of understanding right now by itself. So any word of truth, kusala dhamma, akusala dhamma, abhayagata dhamma, just talk about what is there in life to understand the nature of it as no one there at all. That's why it is kusala dhamma, akusala dhamma, abhayagata dhamma. See, it conditioned moment of not forgetting what has been heard. When time comes, when conditions are ready, it instantly arises, and being aware of the truth of that which hasn't been aware of before at all. Is this right? It doesn't matter who taught, who realized, but each word is the word of the one who had realized the truth, the ultimate truth, the Four Noble Truth, not just only one. All Adamas. So it's time again. Sawadee ka, everyone.